The year is 2001 when Dreamworks decided to drop the iconic and legendary animated movie Shrek. The seemingly unknown character ended up growing to be one of the most beloved and iconic characters and movie franchises out there. People of all ages, kids and adults, including me, loved Shrek. I mean, he not only was a unique character, but along with the sidekicks and sort of this band of fairy tale and iconic characters like Pinocchio and Geppetto and the magic mirror on the wall and just so many other sort of fairy tales and fables that we've heard in the past brought to life on the screen. And they had some great iconic voice actors: Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Carmen Diaz, John Lithgow. I mean, the list goes on and on. It really just ended up being lightning in a bottle, the first one. And they ended up making a second one and a third one and a fourth one. So it kind of ended up going a little bit downhill a little bit, even though I did like the third one. I know a lot of people didn't like the third one, but I liked the second one and the third one, and the fourth one was okay. You know, so they kind of were getting this feel like they were overstaying their welcome, so they hadn't touched the project since. That is until now. And keep in mind that Shrek Forever After came out in 2010. So here we are in 2025, and a teaser just dropped for Shrek 5. So what's it looking like? What's going on? What do I want to see? What do I not want to see? Let's find out in our analysis of Shrek 5. So since this is just a teaser, obviously it's literally 30 seconds and there's not much going on in the trailer, but a lot of things right off the bat stood out to me. So, first off, the trailer begins with the magic mirror, one of the most iconic and classic characters, not only in Shrek, but in general. You see the magic mirror in Snow White, you see it in all different kinds of fables, right? So, we have the magic mirror pop up, and Donkey asked him who's the fairest one of all, and then it says Shrek, of course, and it proceeds to show some memes. So, right off the bat, I already know that this one is going to have some modern elements in it, just because what they're showing is straight out of the meme culture today. Just sort of what some people would refer to as brain rot. So sort of like nonsensical memes. So we see Shrek dancing in what appears to be a latex suit, along with him being really buff and photoshopped in there. So right off the bat, you know, we still have that sort of tongue-in-cheek sort of humor, but this is definitely something out of today's era. At least this is what it appears to be to me. This might just be unrelated whatsoever, but right off the bat. And then we cut to a shot of all the characters that are going to be in this movie. Now, right off the bat, you can tell that all of them have pretty much aged, and now they have a daughter. So this is something that they do in a lot of these reboots, or rather these sequels that come years and years and years later, is they introduce a daughter or son of some kind, and that is what sort of continues the legacy. And there's a lot of humorous plot points you can create with a child, especially of an ogre. You know, I'm curious to see how that's going to be in terms of what the village people feel like, you know, or how is she going to school? Is there some kind of ogre school? There's a lot of questions, a lot of things that you can do with a side character that happens to be the daughter of Shrek. So going back to them, so the graphic style is exactly the same, it appears mostly, but the difference here is that they've aged. So you can tell there's wrinkles. Shrek just looks different. He's much older now, and the donkey even looks a little different to me as well. I don't know if he's aged as well. Obviously, we're not gonna, you know, go through with a fine-tooth comb and say anything about the donkey, because by this time, I mean, how long has it been? You know what I mean? Like 10, 20 years. I don't know how long a donkey survives, but anyway, so, and then same with Fiona as well. So everyone's kind of older now, so that's right off the bat jarring. But something that has remained the same is the voice act, and that is the main thing that's highlighted in this trailer, is that the cast is the same. We have Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and of course Mike Myers as Shrek himself. Eddie Murphy playing the donkey and Cameron Diaz playing Princess Fiona, and then an additional person is added, Zendaya, as well. So she will be playing the daughter, it appears. And then Pinocchio also makes an appearance. Again, he's a classic character throughout the other Shrek movies. He's hilarious. He's terrible at lying, like the worst liar of all time, but that's a conundrum because every time he lies, his nose gets bigger, but he's like the worst liar on the planet. So there's sort of that paradox, and it's funny. And it turns out that Pinocchio was the one making those memes pop up. So it's some weird kind of implication there. I don't know what's going on in Pinocchio's mind right now. He's thinking some dirty thoughts, and then Fiona's like, me likey, so she likes what she, or whatever she says. She's liking it as well. So again, the same sort of like tongue-in-cheek comedy that they've had throughout the other movies. And And then the announcer sort of announces all of them. And it's a little strange because when he announces Zendaya's name, he's kind of confused. He's like, Zendaya? Like,
Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Oh, damn.
He's sort of confused, or rather surprised that she's in the movie. So that was a little odd to me. I don't know why they kind of went with that, but hey, it's definitely like a breaking the fourth wall kind of thing, the way the announcer's talking. So that's the trailer. It's really short. Again, this is a teaser. I'm sorry, not even trailer yet, teaser. It's just announcing the cast. But I think that it's gonna be, and they turned off the comments, so I don't know what the reception is looking like right now. It's pretty early days still. At the making of this video right now, it has 500,000 views and 42,000 likes. I'm curious to see how much dislikes it has and what people think about it. I don't know. They turned off the comments, so I'm curious. But for me, first impressions, I think that this is going to be heavily reliant on if they can keep that magic from the first movie and from the second movie as well, all the way to the third, I guess you could say, where it's not only comedic, but it's charming, super charming. I mean, all the characters are so unique and over the top, but that's what makes it hilarious, along with the plot line and the interaction with the Shrek and the donkey, played by Eddie Murphy. They had great chemistry, and the two characters are so different from each other, but that's what makes it really work. So it's really going to come down to, do they still have the chemistry? Do they still have the chops? You know, it's been years. It has been years since really any of these actors have done a lot of things. I know Eddie Murphy and Mike Myers appear in things here and there. The last thing that Mike Myers was part of was Amsterdam, and that was back in 2022. So it's been a couple of years since then. Obviously, he's been working on this movie before this point, but still, it's been quite some time. And then Eddie Murphy appears in things here and there. He's been in a couple of movies. He was in 2 movies back in 2023, and then he was in a movie in 2021, Coming to America, which didn't do great. And then the last movie he was part of was Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, 2024. So he seems to be sort of going back in time here with these sort of requels, if you will, which both of them did okay. Now, you know, we're going to be seeing him as the donkey again, and it sounds good. I mean, I like what I'm hearing overall, but it's really going to depend on what they decide to do with the storyline. I would definitely like to see them use the father-daughter relationship in a smart and unique way. I really want them to kind of explore that, and there could be a lot of comedic moments. I'm guessing, if I had to take a guess, they're probably going to go with the classic, like moody teen years. She seems to be up there now. You know, she's not like a little kid, so I don't know. I'm guessing that's going to play a role in it. I wonder if they're going to implement other princesses. I wonder if they're going to implement the village people, like I said, the people around, the humans of the movie, I guess, how they interact with the ogres. So I wonder if they're going to be doing that. I really hope that they stay away from anything political. I always say this in all movies. Again, not that they were going to, but, you know, Shrek has always just been comedy, and I want them to keep it that way. I don't want any sort of virtue signaling or anything like that, but that's just me. But what do you guys think? Did they need to make another one? Was this even necessary? Let me know below, and please be sure to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with the latest videos just like this.